Hello, my fellow races. I'm back with another video, and today's video is on Hockenheim, my race at Hockenheim, the Hockenheim Ring. It was a pretty decent race, I had to say. No, not decent. It was a good race. Came third from P5. Yeah, this is just the safety car lap, so I can say a few things while in the safety car lap. I was actually not nervous. I was actually pretty excited for this race. I trained the whole week for it, and yeah, I learned the line. I was actually had a racing line on because I didn't trust myself sometimes. Excuse me for the yawn, but yeah, uh, I was like this part we were told to get in odds on left, evens on right. I think that's what they said. Cause I was oh yeah, odds on left. So I just stayed where I was, and yeah, was the going green part of it. There's the line. I was my feet was cold during the race. It was irritating. I don't use a wheel, I use a controller as usual. But I will be getting a wheel pretty soon, don't worry about it. I will give an announcement when I do have it. So yeah, I get pushed off here. Wait. I just had to do a reverse just so. I get pushed off. There was not enough space and I didn't want to run into his back end. So I just now had to settle back for P6 for now. Before absolute lunging in. Trying to get P5, I think. Yeah, yeah. I get a better exit and I'm in P5 now. I just go down the straight. Now I'm just chilling in P5. I don't know what the hell to do with P5. That's my beginning position. Wouldn't want to be in this position for now because P5 is decent, but that means I just finish where I started. So I wanted to pick up the pace and catch up. He nearly got me on that corner, I'm not gonna lie. And I was finally faster than GTDs. I finally overtook some of them. I didn't overtake like the leaders of GTDs, but I was pretty decent and I didn't get lapped this time. Yeah, I think I overtook him. I recorded only a few clips on it. Yeah, yeah. It actually looks cool in this point of view, but yeah, no. Oh, this is where I nearly hit him in the end here because I was faster, but he was slow. I was like this close to his rear end. I nearly hit into him, which kind of made me mad. I literally said over like the Discord when we were in the Discord call, dude, I nearly hit your rear end. Go faster. It was hilarious. Like everyone was like, "What?" Okay, so you come. This was like a cheap. I didn't like the overtake, but I took it as it's racing. He gets over the sausage curb and literally like swerves to the other side, facing towards Barry or over there, and then I just overtake him. Now I think about 16 seconds away from the next guy, which is Whale Storm. I'll show you guys like I don't know, but with the P3, I didn't think I deserved because um I was the whole time running P4, so I was not in the running to get a P3, and I was trying to catch up to a guy with hard tires who didn't pit, and I did a 2-lap pit strategy, which sucked because I chose mediums at the beginning of the race. I was like, okay, maybe you can choose hards, and I was like, do we wanna? So we just went over to mediums. 2 pit stop, ruined my chances of getting into the top 3 on without anything else happening. Now you may be thinking, ways, what happened then that you didn't feel like you deserve P3? Well, the guy that in P2 disconnected. Yep, the only reason I got P3 is because one person disconnected. Well, it's sim racing, so I can't blame it. And I'm a South African, so load shedding is also a daily occurrence. Well, not anymore. Hopefully they don't bring it back. But yeah, just because of that, I got P3. But I was catching on to the end of Whalestorm, but I couldn't catch up. He was a bit faster than me, and he knew what he was doing. And I think he's a long time here. Everyone was talking about season 1. I'm only a season 2 person, and I'm keeping up. So I think I'm doing pretty well as only joining in 2 races and getting a P3 in my second ever race at my favorite race track, that is a Grand Prix. Endurance racing wise, Nürburgring. And we actually got confirmed that in season 3, I think we're gonna do a 2.4 hours of Nürburgring, which is glorious. I will take that because I love the Nürburgring. But with GTPs though, might be, excuse me for the yawn, might be a challenger because, well, it's GTPs on the Nordschleife. You only get GT3s in them type cars, not full on prototypes are on there. Well, of course there was that one Porsche that they modified, but we're not gonna talk about him. He's in X class in Forza Motorsport. But anyways, I'm just trying to catch on to the end of Whalestorm here, which is another guy that I'm trying to catch. He was in P3, so I was catching up to him pretty good actually. He had a 16 gap and I brought it down to 0. I think also because of these mistakes I also brought him down with me, and then I was like, oh crap. But in the majority of the race, I was alone, and I was keeping a pretty good gap to the guy behind me. So I was happy about that because I didn't finally slip to getting overtaken by GTD cars. Hell yeah, and that means I came P3 overall, which was wild. But the qualifying was pretty shit. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, shit. Qualifying was shit. A 138. And oh yeah, I get that guy in the distance. Yeah, that's Whalestorm. I caught up to him somewhere, but the qualifying was shit. I did a 138 on soft, and the highest time was a 135. But anyways, not talking about that. I beat it on medium tires. I'll just let the silence creep in. Yes, on medium tires, I beat my fastest lap in qualifying. So it just shows that I'm faster in racing than I am in qualifying. Because qualifying is not my thing. And yeah, we come around this corner, and there he is. I can still catch up to him. Like, yeah, we come around, and there he is. He's in the distance. When I was racing, and I just saw him, and I was like, oh crap. I finally caught up to him. Let's push so we can get him. Get up to him and maybe claim his position. But he was on hard, so of course he was kind of slow. And I think he was being held by a GTD because he was behind him for like a long time. And then he just overtook, and I was also there. Like the GTDs, when I was overtaking some of them, I accidentally knocked into some of them. But we of course said sorry because it was either of our faults. Like the one time, on that very hard braking zone where it literally like has a full rotation around the corner. Yeah, we're coming up to it now. I turned and he was like in my inside, so he hit me. But it was that was unlucky. I fully blame it on myself because I turned. Okay, I'm using hand symbols, which you can't literally see right now. But my car turned towards a barrier, but then flicked. But I didn't do it fast enough, so he hit into me. And it was fine. We both excused each other because, well, it's racing. It was an accident. It wasn't meant to happen. But as you can see now, I'm still chasing her. I didn't expect to come third. I was like, happy with a fourth again because, well, that's consistency. But P3, of course, disconnected. So hopefully next race in Spa. I don't know how to say the final part of Spa. Circuit Spa. Flank Champs. I call it Flank Champs. I don't know what the actual name is. I just call it Spa. And yeah, we coming out of this corner. And he's been off in the gravel, which I was pretty excited about. That gave me P3. But he's fast. Even on the hard tires, he's fast. Like, we just come around this corner, and he's already on me. I made a mistake there. Yeah, and we already side by side coming down to the line. It wasn't final lap, but I knew I just had to keep him there, and I took it, rightfully so. That was my corner. But then he just catch up. This guy has pace. I wanted us to attempt to switch back someone on this corner, but I'm literally just editing this now. But yeah, I tried and attempted. He didn't give me a space because that was his corner. And that's all I gotta say. See you guys in the next video, and I'll show you guys my results. See you.